In every corner of our planet, there exist waterfalls that do not reveal themselves at first glance. These are not the roaring giants that command attention from afar, but secret masterpieces, hidden deep among mountains, veiled by jungles, or folded into quiet valleys. They wait, patient and silent, for those willing to pause and look without haste. Those who understand that true beauty asks to be approached gently and with respect. Long before the first human footsteps traced their paths, these waterfalls carved their way through stone, tracing stories in water that would persist long after we are gone. Their music is not always heard from a distance, for each is a living dialogue, an ever-changing conversation between water, rock, light, and air. Here, nature performs not for our applause, but as part of a cycle far older and grander than ourselves. Today, I invite you to join me as we embark on a journey. 15 hidden cascades around the world, each awaiting the careful observer. To discover them, we must slow our pace and attune ourselves to the landscape's natural rhythm. Only then can we witness the delicate balance and quiet grandeur of these places where exploration means listening, watching, and understanding the language of water. Nestled within the heart of the Bernese Oberland, the Stahlbach waterfall does not announce itself with thunderous applause. Instead, its delicate misty fall descends like a silken thread from the heights above Lauterbrunnen, dissolving into a fine spray that drifts on alpine winds. Here, the surrounding peaks stand sentinel, their snowfields feeding this cascade and lending it a sense of timelessness. To truly see Stahlbach, one must pause, let the eyes adjust to subtle shifts of light, and the ears tune out the distant hum of civilization. The harmony of the setting is profound. Wildflowers and grasses sway in the breeze, while the waterfall, ever changing with the weather, mirrors the mood of the mountains. In spring, the meltwater quickens its pace, while in late summer, the curtain thins and reveals the ancient rock behind. This interplay is a quiet reminder of nature's gentle artistry, inviting us to reflect and simply observe. Yet, such beauty is fragile. Responsible visitation is essential, for the alpine meadows and crystal streams can be easily disturbed. Here, the true reward lies not in conquest, but in reverence, in understanding that the waterfall's greatest gift is granted to those who linger, listen, and tread lightly. In the rugged canyons of South Africa's Drakensberg, the Algra waterfall reveals itself slowly. At first, there is only the echo, a distant, rhythmic sound, almost like a heartbeat, followed by a rising mist that catches the afternoon sun. The approach is a lesson in scale. Sheer cliffs and tangled vegetation obscure the view, demanding patience from the explorer. Only by tracing the canyon's winding path does the full form of Algra gradually unfold. As you draw closer, the landscape transforms. Towering walls of ochre and green close in, amplifying the sound of falling water until it becomes an immersive presence. Here, the waterfall is both creator and canvas, sculpting the rock over millennia and painting the air with its spray. The environment invites the observer to match its pace, slow, deliberate, respectful. To witness Algra is to understand the African territory's vastness. It is a place where grandeur hides in plain sight and observation is the key to revelation. Each step toward the falls is a reminder to look, to listen, and to absorb the lessons written in stone and water. Tucked between fjords and ancient forests, Långfors is the very picture of Nordic serenity. Its descent is elegant, a thin veil threading through a mossy ravine, shifting character with every passing season. In spring, meltwater surges and shimmers in the pale light, while autumn brings a golden canopy and a softer, muted cascade. Throughout the year, the waterfall's dialogue with its surroundings is ever-changing, yet always harmonious. The mountain's embrace lends Långfors a sense of intimacy. Ferns unfurl at its base, and the air is cool and fragrant with pine. The interplay between water, mountain, and vegetation is subtle, yet profound. Here, every droplet reflects the sky, every stone wears the memory of countless winters. To witness this dance is to glimpse the quiet persistence of nature, a ballet of movement and repose. Patience is rewarded with discovery. The waterfall's true beauty emerges only for those who linger, watching as mist mingles with sunlight, and the world slows to the rhythm of falling water. In such places, the value of careful observation becomes clear. Deep within Lebanon's limestone highlands, the Batara Gorge waterfall makes its dramatic entrance. Unlike most falls, it plunges through a series of ancient stone arches, natural bridges carved by eons of water and wind. The descent is sudden and breathtaking, a vertical journey through geological time where each layer of rock tells its own story. To reach Batara Gorge is to step into another era. The air is cool and charged with the scent of earth and moss, while the echoes of falling water reverberate through the cavernous space. The play of light and shadow transforms the scene throughout the day, illuminating new facets for those who are willing to wait and observe. Here, patience is more than a virtue, it is a necessity. The waterfall reveals its secrets only gradually, rewarding those who allow themselves to become part of the landscape's slow, unfolding drama. In Batara Gorge, one learns that the greatest spectacles are often those that ask us to linger. Hidden within a natural amphitheater of stone and spruce, Helm Waterfall in Canada is a study in contrasts. With each season, its character shifts, from roaring torrents fed by melting snow to slender ribbons of water tracing the rock in late summer. The setting is both grand and intimate, a place where movement and stillness coexist in perfect balance. The amphitheater's curved walls focus the sound, creating a symphony that ebbs and flows with the waterfall's mood. In spring, the air is charged with energy, droplets suspended in sunlight like tiny prisms. Come autumn, the tempo slows, and the forest's fiery hues reflect in the still pools below. There is a sense here of nature's cyclical rhythm, a reminder that time moves differently in places shaped by water. To visit Helm is to become attuned to this rhythm. The waterfall invites you to find stillness, to listen, and to let the landscape reveal itself at its own pace. In this way, each visit becomes a unique encounter, a dialogue between the observer and the wild. In the shadowy depths of a basalt canyon, Stoagrio Waterfall awaits discovery. Here, water tumbles over vivid, geometric rock, framed by ancient trees whose roots clutch the canyon's edge. The atmosphere is immersive, a world apart where color and sound envelop the senses. Each step deeper into the canyon heightens the sense of wonder, as the walls close in and the roar of water grows. The interplay between basalt and water is striking. Rainbows appear in the mist, and lichen paints the rocks in subtle hues. Yet, for all its drama, Stoagrio remains a fragile place. The ancient trees and delicate mosses are easily disturbed by careless feet. Responsible access is not just encouraged, it is essential for preserving the magic for those who come after. The true discovery here is not the waterfall itself, but the act of finding it. To observe, to tread lightly, and to let the canyon's stories unfold is to engage in a conversation that stretches back there and Deep within Australia's ancient rainforests, Waman Waterfall plunges in a vertical drop, its white ribbon carving through emerald foliage. The journey to reach it is an adventure in itself, winding through tangled vines and towering ferns. The air grows cooler and damper, the light more diffuse, creating a microclimate of isolation, an oasis untouched by time. Here, the soundtrack is composed of water, birds, and the rustle of leaves. The closeness of the rainforest magnifies every detail. The shimmer of droplets on moss, the intricate patterns of lichen, and the interplay of shadow and sun. There is a profound sense of intimacy, as if the waterfall were sharing a secret with those willing to listen. Direct contact with nature is the gift of Waman. To stand at its base is to become part of the rainforest's living tapestry, woven from water, stone, and sky. Such places remind us of the value of connection, and the need to protect what is rare and beautiful. Stretching in a graceful semicircle across the Skjalfandafljót River, Godafoss, known as the Waterfall of the Gods, stands not for its height, but for its breadth and harmony with the landscape. Here, water pours over a horseshoe of rock, creating a spectacle that is both powerful and profoundly peaceful. The surrounding tundra and distant mountains frame the scene with a stark, ethereal beauty. Legend has it that, over a millennium ago, idols of ancient gods were cast into these falls, lending the place a spiritual significance that lingers still. The air is tinged with myth and memory, and the shifting light paints the water in hues of blue and gold. the falls invite not only admiration but reflection on the stories we inherit and the landscapes that shape them. To visit Waterfalls is to witness the unity of water, stone, and legend. It is a place that rewards contemplation, where the observer becomes part of a continuum stretching through nature and history alike. Hidden within Croatia's lush woodlands, Plitvice waterfalls form a dazzling network of interconnected lakes and cascades. The turquoise waters flow from one level to the next, each step revealing a new perspective, each pool a fresh discovery. Wooden walkways invite the visitor to meander, never rushing, but instead allowing the landscape to unfold at its own pace. The air is alive with the sound of water and the chorus of birds. Sunlight dances on the surface, turning every ripple into a jewel. The journey is immersive. Moss-covered rocks and delicate wildflowers border the path, and the ever-present mist cools the skin. Here, every sense is engaged, every moment an invitation to observe more closely. Plitvice rewards the patient explorer. Only by lingering at each level does the true complexity of the system become apparent. It is a living, breathing conversation between water, land, and time, a masterpiece that invites us to step quietly and listen. Deep in the heart of Venezuela's remote jungle, Angel Falls, Salto Angel, remains one of the world's most elusive wonders. Plunging almost a kilometer from the tabletop mountain of Ollantaytambo, the falls are hidden from view by dense forest and often shrouded in mist. The journey to reach them is arduous, requiring riverboats and rainforest treks, but the reward is nothing short of awe-inspiring. When the falls finally reveal themselves, the effect is almost otherworldly. Water seems to drift and hang in the air, vaporizing before it reaches the jungle below. The landscape is monumental, shaped by forces so vast and ancient that they defy easy comprehension. To witness Angel Falls is to feel the full scale of the wild, to be reminded of nature's power and its indifference to human timelines. Here, awe comes not from noise but from silence, from the realization that such wonders exist far from the crowds. Angel Falls is a testament to patience and the spirit of discovery. Set deep within New Zealand's fjordland, Sutherland Falls is a reward for perseverance. The journey here is long, traversing forested trails, crossing rivers, and ascending steep slopes. Yet with each step, anticipation builds until the three-tiered drop of the falls bursts into view. Framed by sheer cliffs and ancient beech trees, the water plummets in three distinct leaps, each more dramatic than the last. Mist fills the air, nourishing a lush carpet of ferns and mosses that cling to every surface. The setting is remote and wild, a place untouched by the rush of modern life, where the only soundtrack is the constant hum of falling water and birdsong. To reach Sutherland Falls is to earn a privilege. The effort required ensures that only the most determined explorers stand in its presence, and for them, the experience is transformative. Here, perseverance is met with wonder, and the landscape reveals itself as both challenge and reward. In the emerald jungles of Laos, Quang Si Falls is a vision of tranquility. Water cascades in milky ribbons over limestone terraces, collecting in pools of astonishing turquoise. The scene is one of gentle movement and vibrant color, the product of mineral-rich springs and lush vegetation that surround every step of the journey. The approach is shaded and cool, with the dense jungle muffling all sound but the falls. Butterflies drift through shafts of sunlight, and the air is scented with wildflowers and damp earth. Each terrace offers a new vantage point, a new quiet moment to pause and absorb the peaceful energy of the place. Quang Si invites slow exploration. To linger here is to feel the jungle's embrace, to let the mind settle and the senses awaken. The waterfall is not simply a sight to behold, but an experience to be savored, a serene dialogue between water and earth. Hidden within Arizona's Grand Canyon, Havasu Falls is a secret jewel. Its vivid blue-green waters tumble over red sandstone cliffs, a startling contrast made all the more precious by the challenging hike required to reach it. The journey traverses arid desert, winding canyons, and ancient trails of the Havasupai people, each step a movement away from the ordinary world. At the base of the falls, travertine pools beckon, their mineral-rich waters shimmering beneath the desert sun. Cottonwood trees provide dappled shade, and the air is filled with the soothing sound of water, an oasis of life in an otherwise harsh environment. The sense of isolation is profound, as if the world has paused to allow a moment of renewal. Havasu Falls rewards those who respect its fragility. The journey itself becomes part of the experience, reminding us that beauty is often hidden, accessible only to those willing to seek it with care and gratitude. In the remote reaches of Iceland's Vatnajökull National Park, Dettifoss roars with a power that is unmatched in Europe. Hidden deep within a stark volcanic landscape, the waterfall is more often felt before it is seen. The ground trembles, the air thickens with mist, and the sound builds to a crescendo as you approach. The falls themselves are a spectacle of raw energy. Water surges over the basalt cliff, sending up clouds of spray that catch the northern light in shifting rainbows. The surrounding canyon is rugged and primordial, shaped by ancient glaciers and volcanic fire. Here, the dialogue between water and rock is one of force and endurance, a reminder of Earth's restless creativity. Dettifoss asks for humility. Its power is best appreciated from a respectful distance, allowing the observer to witness the spectacle without interfering. In moments of stillness, the landscape's wild beauty becomes clear, a place where time and nature reign supreme. Straddling the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls is known locally as Mosi Oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders. Hidden at first by dense rainforest, the falls are gradually revealed through a series of trails, each offering a new perspective on their monumental scale. The roar is constant, the mist rises in towering plumes, and rainbows arch above the gorge. To experience Victoria Falls is to witness grandeur on a continental scale. The Zambezi River plunges over a mile-wide precipice, the force of the water shaping the landscape and climate for miles around. The rainforest, nourished by perpetual spray, is alive with birds, monkeys, and the scent of wildflowers. Each viewpoint uncovers another facet of this dynamic masterpiece. Yet for all its might, Victoria Falls is best discovered with